Hello and welcome to the Titan Choir of Maynard New Tech High School. We are so excited to have you and your singer on board for this school year. This presentation is going to be general information. There are some specifics in the slides to the current school year, but everything that I'm going to say is transferable to any school year. So at the start of the year, we hand out our handbook. There is a link to the full handbook that has been emailed out and is also accessible on our website that goes over all of these items in great detail. I strongly recommend reading through it or at least skimming through it when you have the time because we do ask that you sign that you've read it at some point. And we don't want to be like the Apple terms of service now, do we? Charms is a very important website for choir. You can make payments through Charms. You can see your financial statement through Charms, fundraising updates, uniforms that have been assigned to your singer. All of these things are accessible through Charms. So the Charms website is charmsoffice.com. When you go there, if you go there through the direct links that I share you, it'll bring up this page. The first time logging in, you'll probably need to email me so that I can get you a password reset. But if you go to charmsoffice.com without going through the links that I share, then you'll need to click login. Parents, students, members, our school code is Maynard New Tech Choir. And when you enter, it'll get you to that same page where you'll type in your password. If this is your first time logging in, send me an email and I'll send you a link to create your password. So once you enter, you can see our calendar, which I keep very up to date. You can see all of our handouts for the year. The finances screen will show you any payments that you have due. You can click to pay right here, and then it'll take you through our RevTrack system, which you can use a credit card or PayPal or a debit card or electronic bank transfer to make payments. Any payments that you accrue throughout the school year for choir will arrive there, whether it's lost uniform fees or voice lessons or whatever the case may be. You can also see the letter jacket points system here, how many letter jacket points your singer has earned. It takes 15 points to earn a letter jacket. Those are covered by the Booster Club, provided that you are in good financial standing. Additionally, you can see uniforms and inventory items checked out to your student, and we ask that you update your information each year to make sure everything is correct, especially clicking here on make sure t-shirt size is here and clicking on this little guy, filling out uniform information. We particularly need height and I think waist, and then for the dresses, bust. The waist is good for the tuxedo pants. So there's a lot more here that you can go through and check on. You can hear recordings of your kids if they make recordings through Charms and things like that as well, which is super fun. Next up, there's I just walked you through how to use Charms really quickly. We do have some before and after school rehearsals. They're updated on our Charms website. They're also on the choir website, and I write them on the whiteboard in the choir room. Most of them are optional and extra credit. We do have a few that are required. Those are listed in our handbook, and also they are listed as required in the calendar and on the whiteboard where the students can see it. This is all listed in our handbook. So I like to use the idea of discipline is the practice of teaching people. We get too far into thinking that discipline is a mode of punishment, but really discipline is the practice of teaching. And so all I'm here to do is to teach your children anything they show me that they do not know how to do. And that's musically and also behaviorally. There are some basics here in the fine arts facilities about food. We talk about personal grooming. So just when you have an opportunity to read through these with your student, that's excellent. Generally, as I tell the students, if you have self-discipline, then you do not need me to step in and teach you. But if you show me that you don't know, then I will step in and I will teach you. Behavior and rehearsal expectations. Again, all of this is in the handbook, and we teach throughout the class period. For social events and trips and competitions, we do ask that our singers abide by the Maynard ISD Student Code of Conduct, which includes many of these items. Obviously, a mistake is not going to kick them out of choir or automatically remove them from a performance, but it does indicate to us that we might have a trust issue or that we need to resolve before they go off campus with us. I tell the students I need to be able to trust you to abide by the rules on campus before I can trust you to take you off campus, where things are less, can be trickier. Dress rehearsals and concerts are major grades. They are worth a significant portion of the 6 weeks it falls under. It is basically impossible to pass if you miss a concert. However, I am really, really flexible if you communicate with me. So I do ask that everyone, students and parents, sync your calendar to the Charms calendar. So there's a link for how to do that here. There's instructions for how to do it on your phones. Also, if you go to the Titan Choir website on your phone or on your personal device, the calendar is embedded right there, and you can use the little plus button at the bottom of the calendar, and it'll let you add it to your Google Calendar if Google Calendar is your primary calendar usage. So please do sync your calendar, because the easiest thing to do when we have a concert and a attendance conflict that could result in a failing grade would be for me to know about it in advance. If you have something planned on one of our concert dates and we know about it in advance, we will come up with an alternate performance that will make up for that. That is the goal number one, is to find an alternate performance opportunity for your student. Now, sometimes people get sick, cars break down, there are family emergencies. As soon as you know, I should know. I mean, obviously not before like your doctors or emergency personnel or family, but like include me in that list if it's on a concert day. As soon as you're able, let me know what's going on, and we will come up with a performance opportunity for your student to make up that concert. The only time a student is going to fail or get a 0 that they are going to hold from a concert is if they do not come and I do not know why, or if they do not come and the reason why is something that could have been avoided if they had communicated it in advance. So that includes things like job stuff, right? I can definitely write letters for employers, and students need to be asking their employers these concert dates off way in advance. We already have all the concert dates set before the school year starts, so it should be very easy for them to go to their employer and say, these are dates I need to be at school. If their employers give them pushback, I am happy to write them a letter on Manor ISD letterhead explaining that they need to be let off for that particular date. Other things that would be considered something that could have been done in advance would be like a sporting event. I work very hard never to schedule a choir event on a sporting event, but your students should be looking at their calendars and communicating any potential issues with me. If I see a potential issue, we will try to come together for a solution, and if we are working together on a solution, then however that pans out, as long as we've worked together and communicated, I'm not going to let that hurt the student, right? I really reward forward thinking and communication. We're going to end up with an issue if it's an oops, I forgot, or if it's it wasn't important enough to me to go. So we need to make sure that concerts are important and we go to them. We do have lots of parent volunteer needs on our trips, like our every other year camping trip, our traveling trips where we go every other year we go in Texas and out of Texas, and also for Be Our Guest, our end of year show. We just have a variety of volunteer opportunities throughout the choir program. So if you are the get involved type, please let me know. Students must be passing all classes at the most recent report card in order to maintain eligibility, which is necessary for TMEA choir auditions like region, pre-area, area, solo and ensemble, both regional and state solo and ensemble, and our end of year show, Be Our Guest. UIL concert and sight reading evaluation is no longer considered an eligibility. It is not under no pass, no play anymore. So that everyone is eligible for, because it is considered an evaluation of their skills, similar to like the choir star test, if it were. We do on occasion in the choir program sing music with sacred texts of a variety of religions. It would be impossible to give a comprehensive vocal music education while avoiding all sacred music. Additionally, I don't select the music for the region, pre-area, area audition process. process, and often sacred music is selected for that process. I just want to inform everyone that I will never and have never proselytized from my teacher pulpit, told students what to believe or what not to believe. We merely look at it as a cultural thing, and we are trying to honor the culture that the music comes from, regardless of whether that's a religious culture or an ethnic culture or whatever the case may be. If you do have a religious stipulation on the kinds of music your student can sing, please let me know, and we will do everything we can to accommodate that. Grades are thusly for the New Tech Network. This kind of describes what they look like in choir. So we do have some writing. Can they write about music? Do they know how to mark their music? Collaboration. Can they work together as a choir? Agency. Do they take personal ownership of their learning and progress? Knowledge and thinking. Do they display mastery of choir skills and knowledge? And then oral communication. Can they speak about music using proper terminology? So as you check their grades, you can see the places where they might be thriving and some places where they might have as growth areas. We have two main uniforms for the choir school year. We have the casual uniform, which is the choir shirt included in their choir dues, and blue jeans. I am allowing minimal rips, tears, holes, and patches. I don't want people to have to go out and buy a new pair of jeans that your students will never wear because they only wear stuff with holes in them. So just pick the pair that has the least holes or the smallest holes, and that will be your casual uniform jeans. Formal uniform, we do have black dresses that we can issue to scholars if they provide the black dress flats. We ask not heels because for safety reasons, stepping on and off risers. For the other option is we issue tuxedo pants. This has changed slightly as well. We issue black tuxedo pants and a tie, bow tie, or suit tie. And y'all provide black dress shoes, socks, and a black long-sleeved button-down shirt. We also provide suspenders because they're cute. So these uniforms are selected when you fill out your choir forms. You select whether your scholar is going to wear a dress or a suit. It does not matter to me. That is a parent-student discussion. Field trips and social events, we do have many of those throughout the school year. Some are on campus, some are off campus. In order to attend those, we need the handbook forms filled out before the event in question. I do not take anyone on a bus for any reason without the handbook forms and choir contract filled out. So please take care of that at your earliest convenience. We need to make sure we have all of your information. And in general, we need to make sure that I can trust you, right? I need to be able to trust my students before I can take them off campus. And they earn that trust by displaying, mature and intelligent behavior during rehearsals, on campus, and just in all of their classes, right? So I like to tell the students, if you have a history of being in places where you are not supposed to be or being in places without permission, it makes it hard for me to trust you to take you somewhere, because if you go somewhere that you're not supposed to when we are not on campus, it could be a major safety issue. So I need to be able to trust you to be where you say you are at all times. We do ask for $35 in choir dues paid to the Booster Club by all students to cover their choir shirt, dinner at a few of our concerts, and we do a choir cookout annually that will cover that barbecue as well. So any on-campus social events are built into that $35 budget. Anything we do off-campus will have additional fees, including our trips, our annual trips. And so, yes, if you are unable to pay that $35, we do start the year with a discount card fundraiser. If you sell 5 cards, that will pay off your choir dues. If your student is in Titan Chorale, they must sell 10 cards to pay off both the chorale dues and choir dues. Any cards sold beyond that will go into your student's miscellaneous account to be used for voice lessons or other trips, off-campus social events, or towards the next year's choir dues if you end the year with a positive balance in your miscellaneous ledger. So we do start the year with this fundraiser annually. We also do fundraisers at our shows throughout the year. We do things like bake sales, raffles, and our end of year show, Be Our Guest. We actually sell tickets to the show itself. It's completely wonderful, and it includes tea, lemonade, water, and desserts, in addition to a seat at what I consider to be the best show in Manor. Please share our mailing list with everyone that you know. This mailing list is really handy when we have fundraisers going around, and to be able to send out that information to our extended choir family. So please add people to this mailing list or share this mailing list with people. Additionally, when they sign up, if they include their birthday, they will get an email video of the choir singing happy birthday. So that's a cute little addition as well. I am most easily reached by email or through talking points, but you can also schedule a phone or Zoom conference on my scheduling website here, or via email. We can set something up as well. We are so excited to have you as a part of our Titan Choir this year, and we hope to enjoy this year and many years together to come.